tempted to check the Rivals bracket because I didn't know that Yeast played any Rivals at all. Or maybe since today was a small bracket, he just thought, you know what, why not? I'm
Yeah.
gonna enter today. But I'm actually going to take a little glance as they're getting set up. Again, though, I do want to note these are two of the newer guard of New Jersey with regards to talent. You know, Yeast only having been ranked in the past couple of years, and then Obmcbob on his way to becoming a pretty strong player in New Jersey as well. So really good to see that we have like this sort of young blood set coming up.
Yeah, and like Yeast has probably, at least in my opinion, felt like the most explosive example of that coming out of New Jersey. Like, you know, just the Mii Brawler that this man plays is just absolutely insane. And you know, anytime he goes to like a bigger event, you're gonna see some conversation about him going on, about like, oh man, Yeast is there, you gotta watch out for the Mii Brawler, or kind of things like that. It's like he just feels like one of the kind of like more explosive examples of the new guard coming out, and we are going to see that Mii Brawler here in full force against Obmcbob on the Toon link as we get started with the second side of winter semis.
I think that explosive nature lends well to both of these characters. As we described his style earlier, Obmcbob is very much a chipper when it comes to damage. Like, he'll just rack it up bit by bit and then eventually get like a really big conversion in order to take your stock. Yeast, however, really only needs that down throw into Thrupper, as I was just about to say, and proving my point exactly. That's all that it takes in order for your stock to just be gone.
Yeah, that was 82% after the hit. Like, yeah, I know Toon Link's on the lighter side, but still, that's absolutely crazy. And Yeast just able to really come out of the gate swinging. Obmcbob, though, is trying to get some swings of his own and is able to get some really good damage here. And the hero's
he's not going to come back!
Oh, that was such a good play there from Obmcbob, but just the slightest distance from the ledge is going to actually make that a 1-for-1 stock trade and put Obmcbob on his last stock here, and Yeast kind of running away with this momentum right now. Obmcbob finally able to break through with that grab. But man, Yeast still sitting with his extra stock is a scary thing to have to go up against.
67% is definitely a scary percentage to be if you were Obmcbob, but it seems he is going to try to be playing this grounded game, now chasing him up to the sky with the up airs. Yeast struggling to land, actually. The up tilt into the up air coming out from Obmcbob, and he's not really having a strong answer to be able to contest that. You know, he goes to the upper platform, he knows he'll be greeted by Obmcbob, and the chain grab coming out, making its first appearance, trying to get the flip jump in order to come back and actually using his get up attack instead. That tip of the Thrupper, not enough to take it just yet, but Obmcbob in strong disadvantage. If you don't get it once, it will happen the second time. Game number 1, going to Yeast.
Yeah. And, you know, Yeast was definitely kind of feeling a bit of the pressure there because Obmcbob was getting a lot of good hits in. But yeah, just with the strength of that Thrupper, like you were saying, it's just a constant threat that you have to be on the watch for. And yeah, oh man, just the slightest little bit of a distance away. Also, I think Obmcbob did end up facing the other way too, so I believe that did affect the ledge snapping range as well. But yeah, just unfortunate, and you know, we could have seen this go a bit longer of a game. But yeah, Yeast there with that catch at the end too with a Thrupper, just man, keeping this pressure going, and we're gonna see him try to keep it going again here as we start game number 2.
Absolutely. As we are getting started, it does seem that Obmcbob is really trying to keep Yeast on the back foot. However, that side B coming out from Yeast to the upper platform, though, Obmcbob definitely wants to be the one to use his advantage as much as possible from this upper platform. Instead, Yeast looking for that up tilt into the Thrupper, but it is going to be Obmcbob instead, putting Yeast in disadvantage and just making it really difficult, sending the bomb way up and actually getting hit by it too. What a beautiful snipe. Avoiding the hero spin though, getting the very end of the Thrupper, but not just enough.
Yeah, some good DI there from Obmcbob's gonna stop the Thrupper from taking another early stock here. And this is definitely a much more even start. And oh, a good trade there in favor of Obmcbob is going to take that first stock off of Yeast, put him with the advantage. Now has the lead to be able to kind of sit back, play a more slower game, and have to force Yeast to kind of get through these projectiles. And Obmcbob is able to get that chip damage, as you were saying, Pearl, the kind of damage that Toon, Link, and just Links in general love to get, and Obmcbob as a player loves to get.
Absolutely. Obmcbob going to be using his chain recovery, actually. And the Thrupper, though, coming right out just the second he thought he had found solace in the stage. There it goes. The Thrupper taking away yet another stop. But Obmcbob is on a rampage, not ready to let up just yet. The beautiful conversion into the boomerang, too. The side B coming out from Yeast, trying to snuff out Obmcbob's advantage where it was. But Obmcbob still not letting up the pressure, and Yeast is at a pretty high percent.
Yeah, that was just an insane string for like the 15 seconds where Obmcbob was just getting hit after hit after hit, carrying Yeast across the stage and really getting this damage to rack up here. Good parry there on the boomerang. Yeast trying to set himself up for something, but no, Obmcbob's able to break through the pressure. And man, Yeast is really kind of feeling the onus is on him to make this stock happen, because sitting at 145% here now, this Toon Link is going to be killing pretty soon. Thrupper, oh, tries to follow it up with another, but the back air from across the stage is going to take the stock. Obmcbob here sitting with a stock lead at the end of game 2, looking to even up the set count.
Yeah, Yeast got way too greedy with that second Thrupper. I don't know what he was thinking. Like, that was not happening. Obmcbob, though, going to be taking that stock for sure. And now sitting at a pretty decent lead. If Yeast is able to take this stock quickly, it will be doable. But currently, as it is, 83%, 99% for Yeast, that is pretty good. Still able to fall out of the hero spin and responding with an up smash. This could be doable for Yeast.
Yeah, it's 100% deficit here, though, so Yeast has to be careful with how he picks and chooses these approaches, trying not to take too much of that chip damage, getting to the point where Obmcbob can just, with these stray aerials, pick up the kill there. But yeah, okay, there we go. Dash attack is going to get some space. Yeast able to finally get back down to the stage of the hero spin there, standing right off the corner. Obmcbob smiling there. He knows what he just pulled. And now it's going to be 1-1 here as we go into game number 3 of this winter semis.
Yeah, that was a beautiful response, actually, from Obmcbob. Coming back from game number 1, which was just kind of a wash, really, in Yeast's favor. It was a very quick game. But game number 2, Obmcbob really just finding his head and being able to really utilize a lot of his, again, like that slow sort of damage, really leading to a lot of the big combos, too.
Yep. And here we go. Once again, we're on Pokemon Stadium 2. Both these players just feeling comfortable on here. Yeast definitely, as he tries to get another early kill with a Thrupper. Unfortunately, it will not kill. But man, Obmcbob gotta be careful, because another one like that, and Yeast might find himself a stock ahead. Okay, air dodge there is going to get Obmcbob back down the stage. Ooh, tries to catch with just the tip of the Thrupper, but nothing there, unfortunately. Yeast being really aggressive to start out this game number 1 here, and is looking to try to capture the essence that game number 1 had.
He is definitely looking to recreate game number 1, but Obmcbob not going to let him do so easily, as it seems that he is just waiting for Yeast to overextend, especially with a lot of his more, like that air dodge, for instance, really just looking for anything that he can in order to take Yeast's advantage away from him. And Yeast actually going to be finding the grab. I thought he was going to be in disadvantage for sure, but finding the grab, and now the bomb coming out from Obmcbob as he's trying to catch Yeast's landing with these boomerangs, with the bomb as well, and actually just going to be adding on to this percentage. That F-tilt, not enough to take it just yet, but still going to be looking, and it is going to be the second one that takes the stock.
Yeah, that F-tilt, such a strong move in those ledge situations. Ooh, the bomb there might actually have helped Obmcbob kind of get back, and now it also has the bomb to help with the ledge get up as well. But the grab there, the back throw, nope, not quite going to be doing it just yet. But man, Sid, okay, there we go, just that over 200% after the hit. and that's going to be Obmcbob flying off stage. That stock was not long for the world, but now we're sitting at 2 stocks apiece here. And honestly, it's probably going to be the same story as we saw for the first stocks. Both of these players just trading blows, getting to those high percents, and then looking for these kill moves because they've really kind of like got a chance to feel each other out there so far. Both of them having 1 game apiece.
Yeah, Yeast landing right on that hero spin at a pretty decent percentage already. He is really looking for his combo starters right now. Obmcbob, knowing that though, is going to be going for those hero spins the second that Yeast gets too close. And air dodging down in order to avoid Yeast. He is still going to be finding this damage with that landing end of the up air. The F throw as well, going to be trying to send him into the bomb. An F tilt, not enough to take the stock just yet, but he wasn't able to recover for the Thrupper. That is Obmcbob's stock.
Yeah, very critically, Obmcbob was throwing out the arrows there, and Yeast had to air dodge through them. So, just that little bit of the delay on the recovery from that just makes it so that Yeast can't get back to ledge, and Obmcbob here sitting with a stock lead, but Yeast not content to just sit back and let it happen. Almost gets a kill there with a dash attack off the side, trying to force Obmcbob into a bad situation here with the regrab. Just able to get back is Obmcbob, but once again, Yeast finding these connections, keeping Obmcbob in the disadvantage here. Just trying to find a good hit, but no, there we go. Okay, the Thrupper there. After Obmcbob tries to get conversion off of the boomerang, that's going to be the end of that stock. Both players sitting at last stock here, looking to get the advantage with match points being on the line here. Obmcbob's racking up this damage so far, sitting on a fresh stock. As I said, that Yeast is able to get in, find some hits here, start building up the damage of his own. Doesn't have to get as much with that strong kill power that Mii Brawler has, but here we go, the bombs coming through, all this chip damage is going to start building up onto Yeast, sitting at 129%, has to be careful because Obmcbob has been really on point with these F tilts and such at ledge, able to get these knockouts. Gonna try to find the Thrupper there. No, waits out the air dodge, gets a Thrupper on the rebound. Not quite gonna kill, but that second one, that's gonna do it. Yeast going up 2-1 here.
That was so close. And actually, that's going to be the end of our set. This was only a best of 3, but that was such a close set between Yeast and Obmcbob. Really the sort of thing that you wanted to see in a last hit scenario, and why I say it was so close, Obmcbob was just about to win. Really just about to win, but Yeast being able to follow up with those Thruppers just really served to his benefit. And Obmcbob, oh no, it said best of 3, but not anymore? Okay.
I won't complain about getting another game, possibly another 2 games of this.
Alright, that's fine.
Yeah, here we go. Right back into the action for game number 4 here. And, Yeast obviously having the advantage here with this extra game that he can use as a cushion, so might see a bit more aggressive play coming out from him at the start here. Not that we haven't been seeing the aggressive play coming out from both of these players, but yeah, Yeast just able to, if he's able to kind of put the pressure on here and really force Obmcbob into a bad situation, could easily claim the set here and move on with a 3-1 score.
Yeah, Obmcbob definitely looking for a lot of the same starters that Yeast is. It's a lot of like the up tilts, and then the Thrupper, not able to get it started either. But at 97%, Obmcbob definitely needs to be watching his back. Going to be sending Yeast to the other side of the stage and chasing him with this up air instead, trying to find more damage on the board for himself. And the chain grab actually going to be securing his safety back to the center, or close enough to the center now for him to try to get more going against Yeast. But Yeast just so relentless with his chasing of Obmcbob, really looking for that where he can, but the bomb going to be interrupting Yeast's progress.
Yeah, man, both these players just sitting at such dangerously high percents right now. Ooh, Obmcbob's getting the grab and can try to go for as many pummels as he can to just rack up the damage. Not able to get the kill with the up throw. Once again, getting the grab and the pummels. F throw there off the side right at the ledge is going to take the stock, putting Yeast in the stock lead here. And yeah, there we go, going right in, trying to build up this damage. And there we go, an F tilt's going to catch the roll to the ledge for Obmcbob, evening up the stocks here. Now, Yeast, without that stock advantage, has to be a bit more cognizant of the chip damage coming out from Obmcbob here. Can't go in quite as willy-nilly as he would like to.
Definitely not, but Yeast still seems pretty, not too dissuaded in order to continue this damage to Ruppers in succession, and the landing back here is actually going to be what seals out that stock. And Obmcbob only having one stock, Yeast barely any damage on him on this second stock.
Yeah, Yeast really just kind of stepped on the gas pedal there with the start of that second stock, just getting so much damage here and just absolutely running away with a huge advantage, basically full stock lead right now, as you were saying. And here we go. Okay, not following up with the Rupper there, but man, another one or two of those hits, and we might be seeing Yeast walk off here with the win, just trying to find these hits. Can also play very comfortably with that stock lead. Oh, is able to get the shield there onto that F smash. Trying to use these nairs, stuff out, approaches. Ooh, gets the bomb hit. Tries to go off stage, force Obmcbob into a bad situation, but it's able to make it back. Now just trying to find the trade. Good shield there is going to let Obmcbob get the shield grab. Coming out onto their nair. It's going to send Obmcbob off to the other side of the stage. Yeast unable to follow up, but the trade there into the bomb. That's going to be Yeast taking the set 3-1 and moving on to winners finals.
Yeah, beautiful way for Yeast to be able to close that out. I think he was just a very efficient player, and I think unfortunately Obmcbob's style of slow damage just didn't lend itself very well to Yeast being able to take such quick stocks. Really, he didn't seem to have a response for that, so good on Yeast for being able to do that. Now, Obmcbob, I think, is especially disappointed because he was really close to taking that. I mean, earlier in the beginning, it seemed as though he was closer to closing out that gap, but, you know, Yeast really being able to take the stocks faster, I think, was what sealed out his win.
Yeah, definitely. Like, Yeast was just so unafraid to take that chip damage from the Toon Link, and also because, you know, as like one of those more brawly type characters, you kind of thrive off of the extra rage. You know, it helps your Thrupper kill earlier and get some of these, you know, just absolutely crazy cross stage kills. So Yeast was just doing a really good job of kind of taking the hits and running with them.
Absolutely, and Yeast just really didn't let up ever against Obmcbob, so just didn't give him that time or the space for any of his confirms that he wanted.
Yeah, exactly. Like time and space, that's something that the Link players are really good playing around with, as we've seen earlier in this very tournament. But yeah, Yeast just not allowing Obmcbob to get that, at least not for free. Just able to take even these little trades and use them to convert into either more damage or even into stocks in some situations. It's just great play there coming out from Yeast, just kind of knowing how to get through Obmcbob's, you know, deluge of bombs, arrows, all that, all the whole, you know, kitchen sink and all that.
Yeah, pretty great set to get us started on winners, or to get us back into the feeling of winner's side. And speaking of winners, we are going to be seeing